What is up, everybody? My name is Rigo, and today we are doing something absolutely insane. Most people know about the big tourist spots, the places you see on every postcard, but what if I told you there's a whole other side to a country that almost nobody gets to see? I'm talking about the real hidden gems, the secret spots that will completely blow your mind. That's why I flew all the way to Malawi, the warm heart of Africa, to uncover its 10 most incredible, lesser-known locations. And trust me, you are not going to believe what we found. This isn't your average travel video. We're going to be exploring everything from ancient rock art sites that are thousands of years old, to secret islands with cathedrals in the middle of a lake, and even climbing some of the most epic mountains you've ever seen. Each of these 10 places is a challenge, an adventure, and a story waiting to be told. I'm taking you with me every step of the way, from the highest peaks to the deepest, clearest waters. So you absolutely have to stick around until the very end, because I promise you, the last location on our list is the most surprising of them all, and it comes with a challenge for you guys at home. We're about to explore the real Malawi, so buckle up because this journey starts right now. Let's go! Alright, for our very first hidden gem, we've landed in Nkata Bay. Forget everything you thought you knew about crowded beaches because this place is on another level. Look at this. It's a stunning port town tucked away on the shores of the massive Lake Malawi. The vibe here is just pure relaxation. The water is so calm it's like glass, and it stretches out as far as the eye can see. It feels like we've stumbled upon a secret paradise that the rest of the world just hasn't found yet. We spent the morning just wandering through the town, and the energy is incredible. The local markets are buzzing with activity, people are laughing, and the smell of freshly cooked chambo, the local fish, is everywhere. This isn't some tourist trap, it's a real, living community. We met fishermen getting their boats ready for the day, artists selling incredible wood carvings right on the street, and everyone, and I mean everyone, greeted us with the biggest smiles. It's so easy to see why they call this the warm heart of Africa. The real magic of Nkata Bay, though, is how the tranquil nature and the vibrant culture crash into each other. One minute you can be diving into the refreshing lake from these cool rocky cliffs, and the next you're dancing to the rhythm of local music in a packed village square. It's a place where you can completely disconnect from the stress of normal life and just soak in the moment. This is the kind of place that reminds you what traveling is all about. So we grabbed some kayaks and paddled out from the shore. Out here it's just you, the gentle lapping of the water against your boat, and the sound of fish eagles calling overhead. We found these tiny, secluded coves with beaches that we had all to ourselves. It feels like you're the first person to ever discover them. Nkata Bay is the perfect start to our adventure, and believe me, we are just getting warmed up. Okay, if you thought Nkata Bay was cool, you are not ready for this next one. We've chartered a boat and traveled across Lake Malawi to get to our second hidden gem, Lacoma Island. This place is literally an island in the middle of one of the biggest lakes in the world, and it has one of the most insane secrets I've ever seen. It's not just a beautiful island, it's home to a full-blown massive cathedral. You heard me right. A cathedral that looks like it belongs in Europe is sitting right here, surrounded by baobab trees and the crystal-clear water of the lake. This is St. Peter's Cathedral, and it is gigantic. They say it's the same size as Winchester Cathedral in the UK. How did this get here? Why is it here? It was built by missionaries over 100 years ago, and walking inside is a surreal experience. The sheer scale of it is mind-blowing. The stained glass windows throw colorful light across the stone floors, and the acoustics are insane. You feel the weight of history in this place, a bizarre and beautiful piece of the past preserved in this remote corner of the world. But Lacoma Island is so much more than just its cathedral. The waters around here are some of the clearest you will ever see. We geared up with some snorkeling masks and jumped right in. It's like swimming in an aquarium. The lake is home to hundreds of species of cichlid fish, and they're everywhere, swimming in huge shimmering schools. They're called imbuna, and their colors are electric bright blues, yellows, oranges. It's a completely different world under the surface. After exploring the underwater world, we just spent time with the locals. The island has this super laid-back, friendly atmosphere. There are no paved roads, just sandy paths that wind through small villages. We shared a meal, listened to stories, and watched the sunset from the beach. The sky turned an insane mix of purple and orange. Lacoma Island is a place of wild contrasts. A historic European cathedral on a remote African island. This is a must-see, and it's only number 2 on our list. Get ready because for our third location, we are time traveling. We've driven deep into the heart of Malawi to a place that feels ancient and sacred, the Chongoni Rock Art Area. This isn't just a cool spot, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which means it's one of the most important cultural sites on the entire planet. And honestly, standing here you can feel why. This whole area is covered in rock shelters and overhangs, and hidden on them are paintings that are thousands of years old. We're hiking through the hills with a local guide who's showing us these secret spots. And look at this. On the rock face right here are paintings made by ancient hunter-gatherers. These red and white figures depict animals, spirits, and scenes from daily life from centuries ago. It's like a history book written on stone. Our guide explained that some of these paintings are over 2,000 years old. It is absolutely mind-blowing to be standing in the exact same spot where people stood 2 millennia ago, creating this art. What makes Chongoni so unique is that it has art from 2 different eras. You have the older red paintings from the Batwa hunter-gatherers, and then you have the more recent white paintings from the Chua agriculturalists. The Chua people still live in this area today, and for them, these sites are still alive. They are used for ceremonies and rituals, so this isn't just a museum, it's a living, breathing part of their culture. We are being so respectful because we feel like we are guests in a sacred space. Standing here, in the quiet of the forest, looking at these paintings, you can't help but feel a deep connection to the past. You imagine the people who made them, what their lives were like, what they were thinking. It's so much more powerful than reading about it in a book. This is tangible history. The Chongoni Rock Art Area is a profound and humbling place, a true hidden gem that connects you directly to the ancient soul of Malawi. From ancient history, we're going straight up. For our 4th hidden gem, we've driven up a winding road to the top of the Zamba Plateau. And guys, I am not exaggerating when I say it feels like we are on top of the world. Down below is the city of Zamba, but up here, it's a completely different universe. The air is cool and fresh, and the landscape is a stunning mix of pine forests, rolling grasslands, and incredible waterfalls. It's a massive mountain plateau, and the views are absolutely insane. The first thing we did was hike to a viewpoint called Queen's View. It's named that because Queen Elizabeth once visited and stood right here, and you can see why. From this spot, you can see all the way across the Shire Highlands on a clear day. It's a breathtaking panorama that just stretches on forever. It makes you feel so small in the best way possible. We just sat here for a while taking it all in. You could spend hours just watching the clouds drift by, but the Zamba Plateau isn't just about looking at the view, it's about exploring it. The whole plateau is crisscrossed with hiking and biking trails. We decided to go for a hike to a waterfall we heard about. We walked through these massive pine forests that smelled amazing, and the only sound was the crunch of our feet on the trail and the chirping of birds. It's so peaceful up here, a total escape from the noise and hustle of the world. And then we found it, Williams Falls. It's this beautiful waterfall cascading down a series of rock steps into a clear pool below. We couldn't resist. We dipped our hands in the water. It was ice cold and so refreshing after the hike. The Zamba Plateau is an adventurer's playground hidden in plain sight. It's the perfect place to recharge your batteries and witness some of the most epic scenery Malawi has to offer. 4 gems down and the adventure is only getting more intense. Okay, for our 5th spot, we're diving deep into one of the wildest places in Malawi. This is the Nachisi Forest Reserve, and it feels like we've stepped into a lost world. This is one of the last remaining indigenous rainforests in the country. The trees here are huge, ancient giants covered in vines and mosses, and the canopy is so thick that sunlight barely makes it to the forest floor. The air is thick with humidity and the sounds of the jungle. It's intense and absolutely incredible. This forest is a sanctuary, especially for birds. We came here with one goal: to spot some of the rare bird species that call this place home. We met up with a local guide who knows this forest like the back of his hand. He can identify birds just by their call. We're moving slowly, quietly, trying not to disturb anything. The forest is alive with noise, insects buzzing, monkeys chattering in the treetops, and a symphony of bird songs we've never heard before. And then our guide motions for us to stop. He points up into the canopy and there it is, an olive-headed weaver, a bird that is incredibly difficult to find. Seeing it flit between the branches, this tiny splash of color in the sea of green, was a huge win. We also spotted Livingstone's turacos with their vibrant plumage and heard the calls of the bronze-naped pigeon. For any nature lover, this place is paradise. It's a testament to what happens when a piece of the wild is left untouched. Walking through Nchisi is a truly immersive experience. You have to watch your step on the mossy ground, you duck under giant ferns, and you feel completely surrounded by nature. It's raw, it's beautiful, and it's a vital ecosystem that's being protected. This isn't a park with paved paths, it's a real adventure into the heart of a rainforest. We're halfway through our list, and Nchisi Forest Reserve proves that Malawi's hidden gems just keep getting wilder. After the intense jungle, it's time to relax. And for our sixth hidden gem, we've come to what might be the most laid-back place on the planet, Cape Maclear. This is a village nestled inside Lake Malawi National Park, another UNESCO World Heritage Site. But the vibe here is completely different. It's all about kicking off your shoes, grabbing a cold drink, and just chilling by the water. The golden sand beaches are incredible, and the vibe is pure, unfiltered relaxation. The heart of Cape Maclear is the beach. It's lined with small guest houses, cool little bars, and dive shops. Fishermen pull their hand-carved dugout canoes called guado onto the sand, and kids are laughing and playing in the shallows. The whole place runs on lake time, which means there's no rush, no stress. We found a spot under a baobab tree, watched the boats bobbing on the water, and just let the world slow down. It's impossible to be stressed here. But don't let the chill vibe fool you, there's a ton of adventure to be had. Cape Maclear is one of the best places in the world for freshwater diving and snorkeling. The water is unbelievably clear, and just like at Lacoma Island, the diversity of cichlid fish is insane. We went on a boat trip to Thumbi Island, a small, uninhabited island just offshore. We spent the afternoon snorkeling and feeding fish eagles. Our guide would whistle, and these massive birds would swoop down from the sky and snatch a fish right out of the water just feet from our boat. It was epic! As the sun starts to set, Cape Maclear turns magical. The sky explodes with color, and the silhouette of the fishermen on the lake is like something out of a movie. Everyone gathers on the beach to watch the spectacle. This place perfectly combines a relaxed backpacker atmosphere with incredible natural beauty. It's a spot where you plan to stay for a day and end up staying for a week. Cape Maclear is a true gem, and we've still got 4 more incredible places to show you. Alright, it's time to go from sea level to the sky. For our 7th hidden gem, we are tackling the biggest, most intimidating challenge yet. Mulanje Mountain. This thing is not just a mountain, it's a massive granite massif that rises straight out of the plains. The local name for it is the Island in the Sky, and standing at the base looking up at its sheer rock faces and cloud-covered peaks, you can see why. This is a serious adventure, and we are ready for it. We started our trek early in the morning. The goal isn't just to hike, it's to stay overnight in one of the rustic mountain huts, scattered across the plateau. The first few hours are tough. The path is steep, winding through tea plantations that carpet the foothills before entering the forest. The air gets thinner, your legs start to burn, but the views just get more and more spectacular with every step you take. You look back and see the entire landscape spread out beneath you. Once we got up onto the plateau, the world changed completely. It's a landscape of rolling grasslands, unique Mulanje cedar trees found nowhere else on Earth, and deep forested valleys. It feels like you're walking through the Scottish highlands, but you're in the middle of Africa. We hiked across streams, past crystal-clear pools, and scrambled over giant boulders. Our guide told us stories of the spirits that are said to inhabit the mountain, adding a layer of mystery to the whole experience. We finally reached our hut just as the sun was setting. We were exhausted, but the feeling of accomplishment was insane. We made a fire, cooked our dinner, and watched the stars come out. Up here, with no light pollution, the Milky Way is so bright it looks like you can touch it. Waking up on top of Mulanje Mountain, surrounded by clouds, is an experience I will never forget. This is more than a hike, it's a journey that tests you and rewards you in ways you can't imagine. After conquering the island in the sky, we're heading back into the wild for our 8th hidden gem. This is a place that, honestly, many people, even within Malawi, don't visit. We're in Kasungu National Park. This park is different from the more famous safari destinations. It's not about ticking off the big 5 in just a couple of hours. Kasungu is about something deeper. Experiencing a truly wild, untamed African landscape. It's vast, it's quiet, and it really feels like you have the entire place to yourself. The landscape here is classic African bush, a mix of woodland and open grassy plains called dambos. We're driving along these dusty tracks, and for miles we don't see another vehicle. It's just us and the wilderness. The park is known for its elephant population, which is slowly recovering after years of poaching. Finding them isn't easy. You have to track them, look for signs like broken branches and fresh footprints. It makes the search feel like a real expedition. And then, we got lucky. In the distance, we spotted a herd of elephants moving silently through the trees. It was a family with a few little ones staying close to their mothers. We just stopped the car, turned off the engine, and watched. There's something so powerful and humbling about being in the presence of these gentle giants in their natural habitat. We also saw herds of sable and roan antelope, which are quite rare, as well as zebras and buffalo. Kasungu National Park isn't about crowds and guaranteed sightings. It's about patience and immersion. It's about listening to the sounds of the bush, feeling the vastness of the landscape and appreciating the quiet moments. We camped out under the stars, listening to the distant whoop of hyenas and the chirping of insects. It's a peaceful, profound experience that connects you to the rhythm of nature. This is a side of Malawi that few get to see, a truly hidden wilderness. For our 9th hidden gem, we're heading north to a place that feels completely frozen in time. High up on the Nika Plateau, overlooking Lake Malawi, is a town called Livingstonia. This isn't just any town, it's a former Scottish missionary settlement, and arriving here feels like stepping onto the set of a historical movie. The old colonial buildings, the stone church, and the red brick houses are all still standing, surrounded by pine trees. It feels more like a village in Scotland than in Africa. The town was founded in the late 1800s by missionaries who moved here to escape the malaria down by the lake. They built a school, a hospital, and this incredible church. The main reason they chose this spot, besides the healthier climate, was the view. And honestly, they were not wrong. We walked to the edge of the escarpment, and the view is absolutely breathtaking. You are thousands of feet above the lake, and you can see for miles and miles down the Great Rift Valley. It is one of the most incredible panoramas in all of Africa. We explored the stone house, which is now a museum that tells the story of the mission. It's fascinating to see the old photographs and artifacts and to imagine what life was like for those early settlers. We also visited the technical college, which is still one of the best in Malawi, carrying on the educational legacy that was started over a century ago. The whole town has this quiet, peaceful, and slightly eerie atmosphere, like the ghosts of the past are still walking the streets. Livingstonia is a fascinating blend of Scottish and African history, set against a backdrop of some of the most dramatic scenery imaginable. It's a place for reflection, for learning, and for soaking in that unbelievable view. It's a journey back in time, and a climb to one of the most beautiful viewpoints on the continent. We have one last hidden gem to go, and I promise it's the one you've been waiting for. We have made it to our 10th and final hidden gem, and for this one, we've come to a place of incredible biodiversity that is truly off the beaten path, the Vwaza Marsh Wildlife Reserve. This place is a mosaic of forest, grassland, and most importantly, a vast wetland system. This marsh is the lifeblood of the reserve, attracting an insane amount of wildlife, especially during the dry season. It's a lush, green oasis, and it's packed with secrets. The energy here is different from any other park we've visited. It's incredibly rich and teeming with life. As we drove towards the main water source, Lake Kazuni, we were immediately greeted by huge herds of hippos. I'm not talking about a few, I'm talking about hundreds of them, all packed together in the water, grunting and snorting. The sound is deafening. And all around the lake, elephants were coming down to drink and bathe. It's one of the most amazing wildlife spectacles I have ever witnessed. Now it's time for a little trivia. First question for you guys at home. Which animal is most commonly spotted here? If you guessed the hippo, you are absolutely right. Vwaza is famous for having one of the densest hippo populations in the region. Seeing so many in one place is just mind-blowing. They are the undisputed kings of this marsh, and watching their social dynamics is endlessly fascinating. Second trivia question, and this one is a bit harder. What unique feature makes this reserve special? The answer is that Vwaza Marsh serves as a crucial wildlife corridor, linking the national parks of Malawi with those in neighboring Zambia. This means animals can move freely between vast protected areas, which is essential for their long-term survival. Vwaza is more than just a park, it's a vital piece in a much larger conservation puzzle. It's a wild, beautiful, and incredibly important place, and the perfect end to our list of hidden gems. And that is it! 10 of the most incredible hidden gems in Malawi. From the tranquil shores of Nakata Bay to the wild hippo-filled waters of Vwaza Marsh, we have seen a side of this country that is raw, beautiful, and absolutely unforgettable. We climbed mountains, we explored ancient history, and we connected with the amazing people who make this place the warm heart of Africa. This journey was more incredible than I could have ever imagined, and I am so grateful that I got to share it with all of you. Malawi is a country full of surprises, a place where adventure and beauty are waiting around every corner. You just have to be willing to look for it. I hope this video has inspired you to step off the beaten path, whether it's in Malawi or in your own backyard, and to discover the hidden gems that are all around us. The world is a massive, amazing place, and the best parts are often the ones you have to search for. Thank you so much for watching and for coming along on this epic adventure. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more crazy explorations like this one, do me a huge favor and smash that like button, share this video with a friend who needs an adventure, and most importantly, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Let me know in the comments which of these 10 hidden gems you'd want to visit the most. Until next time, stay adventurous.